everyone. So, is marketing necessary for growth? I know it sounds like a contradiction, but the tentacles of marketing strategy is everywhere in your business and how you run your business. So, today on 10 and 10, I'm going to share some information and hope this will help you. Let's go. Good morning, everyone. So, is marketing necessary for growth? Is it part of the structure, or is it just the pretty stuff that we all see all the time and then that's it? Paula Mattisonsierra, Power Marketing SF, and the host of 10 at 10. I was inspired by a podcast that I heard this week, and so it made me really give some thought to all the things that I was hearing as I was working with my clients. So, um, yes, it sounds pretty logical. Marketing, of course, is part of growth, but are you practicing that yes strategy, but really executing no behavior? So, you've heard it over and over again. What is your why? What is your vision? What is your goals? Um, Having the answers to these questions are so important as you tackle marketing and moving your business through to the next level. There is no way around it, only through it. And so it must be done. It's not, oh, well, we'll just tackle the marketing, the business plan as we go along. Because guess what, guys? The marketing plan is, in essence, the business plan, the larger structure. And that really needs to happen. The business owner needs to sit down and tackle that one. I wanted to share some learning that I had this week from some business that I had recently. So this client, they were 8 to 9 months into a website project with no end in sight, and had stopped and restarted a few times at this point by the time that I came along. They had incrementally added more variations of marketers, stopped, start, rejigged, repeat, start again. Um, by the point that I came in, and they were still unsure. Why are they not getting anything done? Everything seems so disjointed. No one seems to know what they're doing. And after meeting with all the different marketing subcontractors that they had hired a visual person who also did videos and photographs. They hired a brand person. They hired an SEO company. They hired a content person. They had hired SEO. They hired graphics as well. So all of these folks, none of these contractors knew each other, by the way. And so I went out and I really wanted to have a discussion with these contractors. They all unanimously said the same exact thing, which is your client had arrived at the table with no vision, no goals, no whys. I'm prettying up what they said, by the way. Don't judge. There was some other words involved. Um, but your client expected me to create their business's strategy, to create their business plan. They were so sweet. I really wanted to make sure I made this happen. So we went through our intake. But remember, all the contractors that we spoke about, they were all doing the same things. And different brains individually are laying out slightly different plans and different visions, trying to make the client and trying to please the client with the information that they're getting, right? By the way, as a little side note, oftentimes a lot of clients, you come to the table and you're practicing Compeerschlagen. You're looking over the fence at what all these competitions doing, and you're trying to copy paste and put all of these things and these ideas together and hand that disjointedness to us. Also an error as well. You can tell us what you like, but that also creates disjointedness. So ding, 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 quick answer, no direction, right? How often have you set up your marketing contractors for failure by doing this? right? I know I have done that in some instances as well, or come to the table with not enough information for the people that I'm working with, and it confuses everyone. So you got to go back and sit, you got to look in the mirror sometimes, more often than not, instead of looking out the window and doing this. You really have to take a true look in the mirror sometimes. And that's hard for everyone. Not everyone wants to do it. Some people will continue to look out the window. It's a lot easier to point fingers than it is to look at ourselves, right? So what does this have to do with growth, you ask? Paula, you're taking my time. Let's talk about this. Well, I listened to a discussion, like I said, from marketing school, Neil Patel and Eric Shu, and how important it was to have the right people for growth. I think Jim Collins said it best: the right butts in the right seats on the bus. Um, but understanding and having that vision and having a brand person come in to help you as well, create that proper positioning, create that proper statement, actually helps you with that. Because now you have a better understanding, a firmer grip on what that why is, what that vision is, what that goal is, and enables you to communicate it more effectively to the entire team, to your contractors, to your clients, as you're doing sales, as you're hiring, as you're speaking to your employees. So having the goal will allow you to hire the right people and the right freelancers, in order so that they are also on brand. The people that you hire is also on brand as well. Do they understand who you are as a company and the vision that you have for servicing your clients? Your marketing strategy will not be effectively delivered by the team that you've hired, um, if you haven't given them enough information so that they can deliver it properly, are more engaged through the entire process, and are able to share it with you to help you with your growth. Because if everyone's flailing around, anyone who's out there who's a great swimmer, I am not a great swimmer, uh, but I'm using a swimming analogy. If you're just treading water and never moving forward, you're not growing, you're not accomplishing anything, you're not achieving anything. You're just there flailing around, treading water, and then that's it, right? So having that plan, having that vision, having those right people who understand everything, is so effective for your marketers as you hire them, because now they have a message, a plan, a vision that they can now effectively position for you with the right words. And by the way, Paul, I just want to make more money. That is not a vision, people. We need to really dive into what you makes you happy. Do you plan to run your business? We're all different. So obviously we're going to come up with very different ways of accomplishing that final goal, which is the money. I mean, of course we want to make money, but how we get to that goal is always going to be different. Which path we take is going to be different. We don't have to look over the fence at what someone else is doing, because their goals, what's making them happy, or even better still, you're looking over the wall, you don't even know if they're happy. You're comparing your prices to theirs, you don't even know if they're making a profit because of it. So play your game first, look in that mirror first. That's going to help your marketer to create a very effective communication plan for you. An effective communication plan cannot be created if all the vendors you've hired do not properly understand your plan, and your vision and your goal and what truly makes you happy as a business owner. So as we're rolling into fourth quarter 2022, I love for you to take the time this quarter. What is your vision? Step one, what is your vision for the business? What would make you happy to add to your business, how to operate in the world that would make you happiest? And I'm going to give a shout out to Patricia DeFonte Law for this one. She's part of my accountability group. And she made a statement which is so important, which is when you're planning your business, when you're starting your business, when you're running a business, you should already have what you're planning to do with that business. How are you planning to exit? And are you planning to sell it? That's also going to help your marketer as well. So, to quote Mr. Stephen Covey, begin with the end in mind. What would you like to see happen at the end of you running your business? That's a big part of it too. So I'm going to add that one in. Thank you, Mr. Fonte. So what is your vision? What would you like to see at the end? Begin with the end in mind. Thank you, Mr. Covey. Discuss those big, audacious goals to accomplish this. Create those 3-year, 1-year, quarterly, weekly plans. Sit with your senior team. And if you don't have a senior team, that's okay. Reach out to your advisors, reach out to your mentors. A lot of people who I know have great referral partners. Start some accountability teams with these referral partners. And I'm going to say one thing that I remember a college professor of mine said: don't choose people that you necessarily like because you like them. Choose people who are going to show up to the accountability group and do the work, not people who are like, oh, I didn't read the book yet. I haven't been able to. The dog ate my homework. I mean, we have those business owners as well. They're those people that we work with as well. You don't want those people as part of your accountability group. Choose people who want to show up and they want to do the work, and are willing to take those scary steps with you and help each other out. So no marketing agency can tell you how to run your business. You should have a clear understanding of your business plan as you decide to approach this relationship. I guess like any relationship, huh? It's like a friend of mine who's dating right now who's, I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm just looking. Huh. I'm talking about. I'm talking about you right now. Um, this level of clarity, by the way, will significantly change your marketing game. Please believe me. It's going to change your relationship with your marketer, how you interact, who you hire actually, because when you write that plan down and have some guide rails, it really is going to target you in on who you want to hire. And I can already hear those folks who, but I want to give people a chance. I don't know if I might miss someone or some. I get that, but at the end of the day, let's start with you first. What makes you happy running your business? What would make you happy, especially for those guys who've been running their businesses for a while? We've learned some things. Can we please take that learning into hiring, our bigger goals, building our business, growing our business? You've learned some things, and we will keep learning more by engaging and making mistakes. We're going to mess up. We're going to make some mistakes. That's part of the learning. That's part of the adaptation, because guess what? Your marketers are going to appreciate the learning. When you hire those right people, they're going to be willing to share, and they will share with us as well. So we're constantly up leveling the plan. Actually, I think it was Neil Patel, again, who said, should we calculate all the numbers? For marketing, not all numbers can be calculated. How do you gauge a relationship? Those are difficult numbers to measure. So you don't need to measure everything, but what's your significant numbers, right? I'm thinking the biggest one, and this was based on the book Traction. I love that book. If you haven't read it, you need to put it on your reading list, please. But they were saying there were some simple things. One of the things I was loving is number of sales calls per week, conversions, some basics. The basics, a number of for us, especially our networking guys, number of networking events that you're going to, number of people you're following up with. You know, these are some of the basics, but what are your basics? By the way, I'd love to hear, what are your basics? Drop some of them below. So I'm going to end it there today because, yeah, I think that's kind of it. start off that way. You're going to change the relationship with your marketers, because guess what? Marketing is not just about the pretty stuff. It's not just about a pretty face. It is also about growth, because primarily our our business is about helping you to grow your revenue, and also to maintain the clients that you already have. And of course, thirdly, it's also there to ensure that you're converting as well, those brand new guys, right? So reach out to me if you're ready for marketing. I would love to hear from you, and offer some advice to you. My continued mission, as always, doing these, is to share with you my learning from the week, or introduce you to everyday experts who can help you to up level. I do this every Thursday, at around 10 o'clock, live on LinkedIn. Thank you to my viewers. Thank you for being amazing and staying strong during this period, especially those of you who have stuck with it and built communities with each other. Instead of like hiding out somewhere. I love what I'm seeing, and thank you for letting me be part of that as well. My quote of the day to close us out is, big businesses started small. Richard Branson. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Have a successful day. Take care. And as always, keep moving forward.